Hey everybody, it's Chad. Shocker, I know, Colorado Giants. Today is September 30th. It's Friday. That means tomorrow we are taking a pumpkin to our first way off. And the pumpkin that we're taking is going to be Howie. We're taking Howie. It's just easier. Yes, I can get the tractor in and I could go this direction and go get one of the other ones. But if I did that, I would bulldoze pretty much 2 of the 3 plants, and it's easier just to get Howie loaded up right now, take it to the way off. That way I can have easy access to the last 2 pumpkins. Howie, I haven't taped it today, but it should be in the 1,750 pound range as far as the tape measure goes, with a large amount of ish on that. Once you get it out of the pumpkin patch, it's easier to get an estimated weight. So what I'm going to do right now, what is on my agenda for today, is I'm going to spend the next 50 minutes taking off vines and getting this cleared up. Then I got to go help a guy named Mark, a guy named John, a guy named Calvin load up their fruit. We're going to circle back here, lift up this guy, get it onto my truck, and take it to a car wash, scrub it, make sure that there's no pesticides or anything on it, and we're ready for the way off tomorrow. So we'll throw it in time-lapse mode. Not a whole heck of a lot to see, trying to have a high production value video for the end of the year, but it's simple and straightforward. It's cutting off the vines, giving me just access to the fruit. If I wanted to, sure, I could bulldoze over everything, but I want to take a look at the leaves, I want to take a look at the vines, I want to take a look at the roots, and kind of assess how this season went. If I see anything interesting, I'll bring it on over, we'll talk about it. There we go. At least half of the plant is taken out. Yeah, and it looked really good. What I want to do real fast is we're going to take the camera over here and we're going to show you the difference between the vine in front of the pumpkin versus behind the pumpkin, the main vine. And then we're going to look at our plants and give this plant an overall health assessment, whatever these stickers are. One second. If you know what this is, please comment and tell me. This is a pain in the butt weed that I would love to get rid of, that I don't think I ever will. It has these little, it's like goat heads, but it's not. They just stick into everything. So let's go look at the plant. I do have to admit that there is a large, they do have a large amount of satisfaction, like kind of ripping the plants up at the end of the year, just because they've been so much work for the last several months. It's cool and good just to be done with it. So I took off half of this plant, and then we're going to kind of assess. So obviously main vine here, I would say that it looks pretty good. It's always interesting to me to see the size of the main vine, how big it is. This is, I can't even fit my fingers around it, so I'd say at least like a soda can around, and then you get to the back half and it's a piece of cake to touch your fingers. The vine itself is pretty good. Looks like there might have been some cracking, some definitely cracking right there on the stem. That's not a big deal right here, but you can see there's sulfur, and I've been spraying it with Daconol, and I had the fan on it, so that took care of that. I could definitely have scooted the pumpkin back a little bit more. We do have, some pretty good pressure on that, and this is a little more kinked than I would like to see, but it's not horrible. And at the time that I stopped moving this, it was probably 1,300 pounds. You don't really want to fiddle with it when it's getting that big, so I opted just to leave it. I do see what looks to be potentially some mouse holes. I have been keeping a pretty close eye. Obviously I can't look at things from this side, but I've been keeping a close eye on the bottom of the pumpkin, making sure nothing was eating at it. And even down here, looks pretty good. The sounds pretty solid to me. I want to show you the roots on the top and then the stump. So The stump, I'm fairly positive, has been gone. Yeah, look at that. My stump's been gone for who knows how long. When I just jiggled it a little bit to get this first vine, the whole stump wiggled. So stump was gone. How long? Who knows? But here's the stump. Not an overly huge stump, but it's got the job done. Tap roots on the top. Why do we bury our vines? So you get these roots right here. And this one shot off like 4. I'm breaking them right now, but if we were really feeling froggy, we could trace these roots out. And that's a whole lot of nutrient uptake potential if you bury this. And then over time, you know, it washes off. But if you bury it, it'll fire off this root, and you'll be much better off for it, because look at this guy. Yeah, just imagine how many pounds this root helps to put on. And I bet that root probably went for another 3 feet that way. So bury your vines. Plant itself, all of this crunchiness, this is spider mite damage in age. So spider mites / age. As we kind of scoot back, you know, this is just spider mite. You know, they kind of look a little gray. I could see the spider mite webs. You know, we get back behind the pumpkin, a little spider mite action. And this more so is just old leaves. This is that spray damage that we had in probably what, August or July. But other than that, there's, like, knock on wood, I don't have any powdery mildew in here. The Eagle 20 and Canna Control did its job. No powdery mildew, but we do have spider mites, and I do think I have a disease of some sort in my patch that makes, like, the bottoms of vines look a little weird. So this fruit is solid. Got these cracks right here that I don't like. I don't like these. Those are like late season growth surge kind of cracks. So I don't really like seeing those. That's part of the reason that I'm taking it. If that crack happened maybe, you know, 3 weeks ago, that could heal over. But, you know, this late in the game, you know, I have no reason to risk it. So why not? But yeah, I will stop it here. I will pick up with a time lapse of us lifting up this pumpkin. We'll load it up, and then we'll call that a video, and maybe I'll make another one at the way off. So let's take out the rest of the plant and go help everybody else. So we are back. We have Calvin, and we have Mark, and we have John. We just lifted their fruits. John has a great one. Mark has a really pretty one. Calvin has a potential state record field pumpkin,
or DMG,
or no good. It does have a big butt crack. So hopefully the crack doesn't go all the way in. So the guys are here helping me strap up Howie. What do you think is state record? The looks of the pessimistic looks of they think so. So there's 3 strapping young men for size comparison.
I think part of that's wrong.
And what they're going to do is they're lengthening the straps so that rope goes underneath. So when they tighten it up, the weight of the pumpkin cinches that rope. And then we're just going to lift it up a hair, put a pallet underneath it, and then grab it with the pallet forks and put it on the truck, which hopefully we can do soon, because there is a storm. I think it's going the other way, but it's quite stormy skies. So I'll throw it on time lapse and we'll cross our fingers. All right, time for an update. We got the pumpkin on the pallet. However, my soil's too soft, too wet, pumpkin's too heavy, tractor's getting stuck. We're got a plan though. Got a plan. See how it goes. All right, so the pumpkin is loaded onto the trailer. It's not perfect because I don't know if you guys can see, but we're on a very slight angle right here. And when I went to load the pumpkin after we got unstuck, we went to load the pumpkin on and the whole damn tractor tipped over like that. What saved us from the pumpkin falling off the pallet and me flipping over on its side on the tractor was that the pallet hit just the corner of the trailer right here, just enough to hold it. We were able to finagle it off of the pallet, and it's on here. It's not where I want it to be. I want it to be further up, but it's good enough. We ain't fiddling with it no more. Massive shout out to Mark, Calvin, and John. Without their help, I wouldn't have been able to get unstuck. I wouldn't have been able to get the pumpkin on the trailer. It's taping 1,750 pounds, I think, or 60. Good enough with all that fussery. It's on there. We're good to go. And I'm going to put the strap on it, pull it around front, and call it good for the night. Post your guess on what... Just hearing some weird noises back there. Post your guess down below on what you think this pumpkin will actually weigh. The winner will get something. We'll figure out something cool. Yeah, so post your comment below what you think this is going to weigh. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Wish us luck, and see you in the next one.